Hey, have you ever been homesick? I mean that feeling you get when you're out of place. You long for something comfortable or safe. It's in John 14 that Jesus is telling his disciples that he's going back to the Father. He's going to leave them, but he goes to prepare a place, a home. He even says that in his Father's house are many rooms, and he goes to prepare that place only to return and receive them back to himself. So much here. But as we get into this new sermon series in John 14, we're going to talk about our longing for something better than what we are experiencing here on earth. Better than now. I think we all know the longing. That we're homesick to be in heaven. But actually not heaven. Beyond that, be with the Father. Be with God. We're going to cover this topic and more as we go through this new sermon series. In the first study in John 14, we're going to cover the first 3 verses. So in this study, the questions all pertain to verses 1, 2, and 3 in John 14. And Jesus talking about the trouble the disciples are facing that he's leaving, but why it matters that they pay attention to their instruction. As he says, you still have a place here. You still have a responsibility to play out here on earth. So, although you're homesick, understand that I have a reason for why you're here. We're going to talk about all that and more. As you go through the study questions, I want you to consider what John 14 says in whole. So read through the whole chapter and then spend some time in verses 1, 2, and 3 as you go through part 1 of the new sermon series in John 14 called His Heart, Our Home.